Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Match Day Live. Today is the big one, guys. Chelsea versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge, the last one before the international break. And it is time for us to make a statement. It's time for us to turn up and deliver in a big game and get a massive, massive 3 points. You know, you never want to sit on a loss heading into the international break, and you especially don't want to sit on a loss to Arsenal heading into the international break. This is a big, big afternoon. I don't think anyone should be downplaying this. It's not a free hit. It's not any of that sort of thing. It is. I don't want to say it's must win, because in the grand scheme of us wanting to get into the top four this season, it's not must win in terms of finishing top four. No, absolutely not. But what it is an opportunity for us to show that we're serious, and an opportunity for us to, you know, turn up in a big game, which is something we've not been able to do for a while. I have to be honest, something that we have not been able to do for a while. It's something we've struggled with. You know, in the big games this season, we're yet to win one. You know, we didn't beat Man City on the opening day. You can give that a bit of a pass because it was the opening day. You know, we went to Anfield and played well. We gave a good account of ourselves, but we didn't win. And then at Old Trafford, when United were there for the taking last weekend, we put in a really, really disappointing performance. So, you know, we once again rested the entire first 11 with this game in mind, as you would expect against a team like Noah. Of course, we've rested the entire first 11. But, you know, when you've done that and these lot have had a week to prepare for this game, you've, you know, we've failed to turn up and we failed to deliver. And that sort of thing is not acceptable. That is not acceptable today. You know, a poor level of performance today is absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And that is what we need to do. We need to turn up and we need to deliver. Simple as that. But what I would say is, though, we know Arsenal are in a bad spell. We know Arsenal are in bad form, but their bad form and us having a good start still sees us both level on points. You know, at the end of the day, an Arsenal bad spell and a good start from us sees the two teams level on points, which just goes to show that, you know, there is a big gap between the sides. We know there's a big gap between the sides. You know, the last couple of seasons, they've been comfortably better than us. So, you know, that's what we're looking for. You know, that is what we're looking for. You know, a performance today. You know, I don't know. I don't want to walk away from this game later on with sort of the sort of, oh, we played well, but we didn't get a result. That, like, we got to stop this now. You know, we got to stop this. You know, oh, we played well, but didn't get a result business. It's a results-based business. If you can get the performance and the result together, fantastic. But right now, I'd take the most boring game ever played with a scrappy 1-0 if we get the 3 points. It's 3 points any way possible. And if the performance comes with it, great. And if the performance doesn't come with it, no problem at all. No problem whatsoever. But yeah, the big game record's poor. Our record against Arsenal is dreadful in recent years. Absolutely dreadful. You know, if you look at our recent record against Arsenal, let me just bring it up now, guys. Let me just bring it up now. Let me just quickly find it. By the way, big up to everyone that's locked in. Love to all of you that are tuned in. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you are new round here, guys. And yeah, let's find these let's try and find these stats from today. Yep, here we go. Let's bring this up, people, on screen. Right, let's get these stats up because they're not great reading from a Chelsea perspective. Can we all see that all right? Yeah, just about. I'll read it anyway. But yeah, big up to the people in the chat. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes. We're only on 9 likes. Come on, people. Run it up, run it up, run it up. What are we saying here? Please, Chelsea, can this be the day we get revenge on Arsenal? Yeah. Again, look, we don't want to be thinking about revenge. Just do what we do. Focus on what we can control. And and go and do the performance on the pitch. What they do is irrelevant. If we do what we're supposed to do, then what they do won't matter. in my opinion. Yes, big up, brother. Yeah, we definitely can win this game. Whether we're going to win this game is a different question, but we definitely can. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. Yeah, this is a big one, bro. This is a big one. These lot, have got the better of us in recent years. And, we've got to let them know that that's just a momentary blip from us. And we are coming back to take what is rightfully ours. Yeah, Arsenal's title race would be over. And if we get the win today, the title race for Arsenal, finitoed. Finitoed. Can we wait? Yeah, there'll be a vlog from the match. I'll be at the game later on. Neutral perspective, 2-2. Yeah, look, I could definitely see a high-scoring game potentially. Both teams aren't defending particularly well at the moment. And both teams, I say both teams have got goals in the side. Arsenal do have goals in them, particularly from set pieces, and those goals do unfortunately count as well. Chelsea have got goals in the team. Yes, big up, brother. Big up to Chelsea, Australia. Yes. I will be at the game later on. Well, I mean, look, Michael Oliver he's supposedly the best ref that we've got, but I don't think he's particularly competent, if we're being totally honest. So yeah, hopefully no refereeing controversies. But at the end of the day, if you're moaning about refereeing decisions, it means that you've not really done your job properly. If we do our job properly, whatever the referee does shouldn't really be an issue unless it blatantly costs us the game. If you want Chelsea to win, hit the like button. Yes, guys, you know what to do. We still don't know. I suspect he probably is. I suspect he will be involved one way or another. One way or another, he will be involved, whether it's from the start or whether he's on the bench. But yeah, we don't know for certain yet, but we will find out later today. But I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Palmer named in the starting lineup. Last time we won, yeah, it was. It's our toughest home game since City, but I think we can do it. Yeah, we have to change our recent record. Simple as that. Sanchez shouldn't do his things today. No, he shouldn't be doing it, but we all know full well there's going to be a couple of hairy Sanchez moments. We know those are coming, guys. We know those are coming. We can win this game for sure if we play hard and want the win. Absolutely. Yes, big up, brother. We really need to win this game. I'm a bit worried if Madueke. I wouldn't be worried if Madueke starts. I mean, look, for me personally, it probably should be Neto and Mudryk starting. I think that would be fair on merit. Madueke's not been that great in the last few games. But I think we probably know Mudryk played 90 in midweek. Madueke and Neto didn't play at all. So, it kind of pretty obvious that Madueke and Neto will start. Although just because Mudryk played 90, it doesn't mean he 100% won't start, but it's unlikely. I have to get up at 3:30 a.m. to watch this game. It's 9:39 now. Yeah, no, fair play. Fair play to the overseas fans. I know, we obviously do a lot of traveling to games and stuff, and it can be tiring. But yeah, getting up in the middle of the night to watch the Blues is massive. So fair play to all those fans overseas in these different time zones doing their thing and supporting the team. That's a tough stint on a Sunday morning, getting up early doors. That is a tough one. But fair play. And do you know what? We need all the support from all over the world. Every single fan's support counts, whether it's in the ground, whether it's, on the other side of the world, all equally important. So big up to all the fans all over the world. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 2. If we were to lose 2-0 today, that would be really pathetic. Really pathetic, guys, if we're unable to get that result. We can't go without Cole. No, we won't. No, we won't be finished without Palmer. Will it be a problem? Yes. Yeah, it would be a blow for us. Absolutely, it would be a blow for us if Palmer doesn't play. Of course, it will be. Let's not be stupid about this. But we have got capable other options. So I don't think it's fair to say that we're finished if Palmer doesn't play. I think he'll play as well. But anyway, let's get back to these match stats then. And it's not great reading for Chelsea. Chelsea's only win in the last 10 meetings in all competition was 2-0 in the Premier League at the Emirates. That was under Tuchel when Lukaku scored. 2 draws and 7 losses. It's 1 win in the last 10 meetings. That is poor. And we failed to win any of our past 5 home games against the Gunners. 2 draws and 3 losses. Jesus Christ. I mean, I knew the record was bad, but when you see it written down like that, that's mad. That is madness. When you see it written down like that, you're just like, rah, that's mental. That is mental. Arsenal have scored the last 7 goals in this fixture. So, yeah, they have as well, because we were 2-0 up at Stamford Bridge. We conceded both goals, and then they did us 5-0. So the last 7 goals in the fixture have all been scored by Arsenal. But then we look at a few Chelsea stats. Chelsea have lost just once in 9 Premier League matches since their defeat on the opening weekend. 5 wins, 3 draws. Not bad. Only 3 defeats in their last 25 Premier League games have come against Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool. Again, good record. Tally of 18 points is 6 more than they had after 10 Premier League matches last season under Pochettino. Chelsea could concede in 7 consecutive Premier League home games for the first time since 2016. I say could. I think Chelsea will concede. Will concede is what's going to happen there. I would be absolutely stunned if we managed to keep a clean sheet. I really would be stunned if we were able to keep a clean sheet. What other stats are there for the Blues? The Blues have scored 7 goals from set pieces, the highest tally in the top flight. We scored 7 goals from set pieces? No, that can't be right. 7 goals from set pieces. That means all competitions? Surely that means all competitions. We haven't scored 7 goals from set pieces in the Premier League this season, have we? Including 1 penalty. Okay, so 6 goals from set pieces. What are those? Jackson against Wolves was from a corner. I'm struggling to remember any others. That can't be right. Cole Palmer has been involved in a joint high 12 Premier League goals this season, scoring 7 and setting up 5. Arteta is unbeaten in all 5 Premier League away matches as Arsenal manager versus Chelsea. Yeah, we need to hand Arteta his first L. We need to hand Arteta his first L. We can't be doing that sort of nonsense where he goes into a 6th game against us unbeaten. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. There's this narrative of Arsenal having one of the best defenses, but they conceded 11 so far. Also, they are strong from set pieces, but they only scored twice from set pieces this season. Gabriel against Man City and one of the goals against Liverpool, wasn't it? I swear they scored more than that. Look, I'm quietly confident. I wouldn't bet my house on it that we're going to win this game, but I do feel quietly confident. We are due a big performance. We're due a big performance. If Palmer can play, he can pull out on Monday and withdraw from England squad. Yeah, he can. Palmer plays best at home. We really need his presence. Fair enough. Yeah, look, a draw could be a very likely result. And look, a draw would be disappointing for both teams, but a draw would certainly suit us far better than it would suit Arsenal, in my opinion. Far better for us than it would be for Arsenal. I mean, look, yeah, there's always a worry. I mean, last season, Havertz just got a neutral reception. That there wasn't really much to it, I suspect, because he said a few things about Chelsea that probably haven't gone down well with some fans. I don't think he'll get quite as nice a reception this time round. I suspect that he will be booed quite a lot. Will it be as bad as when Mount came back last season? No, I don't think so. But I think that, it's not going to be a great reception for Kai Havertz. Yesterday, I don't know why, but I got the feeling that Chelsea can compete for the top 2 and put pressure on the top 1. City are in... I mean, people say City are in deep crisis, right? They're only 5 points off the top of the Premier League. They've lost a couple Premier League games in a row. I'm not thinking about anything other than the top 4. Could you say that 3rd place was there for the taking? It would still require Arsenal to have a massive, massive drop-off for, a sustained period of time up to Christmas and after Christmas, and for us to, pick up quite a big chunk of points. And I personally don't really see that happening. My full focus is on just lock that 4th place in, lock it in. I'm not thinking about anything higher up the table. Liverpool's win in that fixture can't be perfect whole season. I know Chelsea need a good partner for Colwell to challenge for the championship. We're not going to buy a centre back in January, I don't think. I don't know why people think we're not close to challenging for the title. By the way, guys, let's just put it out there. We've got to take baby steps here. Let's get ourselves back into the Champions League. Let's solidify ourselves as a top 4 team, and then we can look about challenging for the title. This is a team that's not even qualified for the Champions League for the last 2 years and hasn't finished higher than 6th. So, let's rein that premature title talk in. Can we, in a few years' time, challenge for the title if we address a couple of key areas? Yeah, we absolutely can, in my opinion. But right now, title talk needs to be reeled right in. Also, that one. Yes, brother, I'm going to the game today. I'll be there later on. It doesn't kick off until 4:30. So, yeah, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time, guys. Sancho is touch and go. There's no update on him. He had a knock, which he picked up in training, I think, on Wednesday. So he missed the Noah game. Is he going to play today? We don't know. I would say it's doubtful. If he is fit, then he will only be on the bench. I cannot see him starting. Bring the Champions League trophy out. So yeah, there'll definitely be plenty of Champions of Europe chance going. No doubt about it. This is the game that we need 0 errors in the back line. Yep, and this is what I'm saying. In the big games, if you make mistakes, you're going to get punished, and it could easily cost you. The game itself, or it will certainly cost you points. And it cost us points against Liverpool. It cost us points against Man United making mistakes. We cannot afford to make mistakes against Arsenal. Last season, we dominated that game at Stamford Bridge. We were 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, and then we capitulated. And it all started with Robert Sanchez giving the ball straight to Declan Rice for a goal. And it just went from bad to worse. Yes, big up, bro. Do you think Maresca should put pressure on some players and start some attackers from midweek? Look, if Palmer doesn't play, then obviously one of Nkunku and Felix will start. Although I did have a thought, though, by the way. If Palmer's not fit, I wouldn't be surprised if I think there's a decent chance that he might even play Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia if Palmer's not fit. I honestly think there's a decent chance that could potentially happen. Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, all three of them playing if Palmer's not fit. But look, I think if you're talking attackers that maybe deserve to start from midweek, you would say Mudryk's the obvious one. You'd play Neto on the right and you'd have Mudryk down the left. I think, he deserves an opportunity in the Premier League. He's played well recently. So for me, there's no reason why he shouldn't be involved, because I think he absolutely should be involved. But yeah, I think we all know what the starting lineup's going to be. But as I said, if Palmer don't play, yes, you'd expect it to be Nkunku or Felix, but I wouldn't 100% rule out him playing all three midfielders. Beat Arsenal today will be a big statement for a top 4 finish. Yeah, it would be a big statement, but even if we, God forbid, we lose this game, right? That doesn't mean we can't finish in the top 4. It does not mean we can't finish in the top 4, guys. This is not a top 4 dependent result. But a result for us today would show that we're a serious team and we're not here to be messed with. We're not a joke. This is us showing that if we can get this win, not only do we finish Arsenal's title hopes, but we also show that we're probably the favourites for the top 4. Results have gone in our favour so far this weekend. Villa losing to Liverpool last night. City have lost as well. I mean, not that we're competing with them, but you know what I mean? City have lost. Let's see what Nottingham Forest do against Arsenal later on. Yes, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, mate, I tipped a 2-1 win for us as well. I'll be there. I'm sitting in the shed today, though. But yeah, I'll no doubt see you around, mate. I'd rather Nkunku to play in the 10. Hopefully Palmer in the squad. Yeah, look, if Palmer's in the squad, we're chilling. This Arsenal team. No, look, they're not playing well. The Arsenal are good, guys. Let's make no mistake about it. They're in a bad patch, right? But as I said earlier, their bad patch still has them on the same amount of points as us in a good spell. Arsenal taking 1 point from the last 3 games, and they're still level on points with us. So, yes, they're there for taking. Yes, there's an opportunity for us to get a statement result today, but we shouldn't be underestimating potentially what Arsenal can do, because they have got the ability to hurt us. And their biggest strength is probably our biggest weakness. Balls into the box, set pieces, defending set pieces. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we've got to be spot on. If we're slack, from defending at set pieces, we could easily ship 2-3 goals from set pieces, and that would be a disgrace. It would be a complete and utter disgrace if if that were to happen. Also a disgrace, by the way, is the fact that we're only on 26 likes. Guys, come on. Run these likes up, people. It's free. It takes seconds to do. Let's get this to 50 likes. We need 20 more likes, guys. We need 20 more likes. So please make sure you're doing it, guys. Please make sure you're smashing that like button. It really helps out more than you could imagine. You know, I don't ask for money or anything like that, but just one click of the like button really helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on the channel. And that's what we all want. That is what we all want at the end of the day. So yeah, please do hit the like button if you haven't done so already. And yeah, any questions at all, guys, let me know, by the way, in the chat, of course. But yeah, it's going to be... I do feel nervous today, no doubt about it, because it's a big game. You always feel nervous about big games. Yes, brother, I'll be at the game. Should we try and sign Murillo? Early links already with Chelsea in January. Forest aren't going to sell Murillo in January, by the way. Forest will not sell Murillo in January. No chance, particularly if they're still knocking about in sort of the top 8 places come January. So yeah, look, for me, Murillo is obviously a player that Chelsea are interested in. Maybe in the summer it might be someone we go for. I don't know. Look, it would be poor. You know, it would be really poor, and there would be questions to be asked, and there'll be questions that need to be answered if we do. You know, like if we were to get battered today, if we were to lose 2 or 3-0 today, for example, then that would be totally unacceptable. Maresca's Chelsea drilled very well and playing with freedom too. Bro, we don't defend well. That's the problem. You know, we like the chances of us keeping a clean sheet are very, very slim, in my view. Very slim. Even though the Arsenal attack has been pretty toothless in recent weeks, the defending from us has not been good. Chelsea have a bit of a habit of gifting a team in poor form 3 points and a confidence boost. Yeah, bro, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. Any team that's in poor form or any player that's on a bit of a goal drought, come play Chelsea, and we generally tend to be quite generous with our donations. And it's obviously this coming into the Christmas period, and yeah, well, hopefully we've got no early Christmas gifts to give out. Bro, we've won everything there is to win. You know, we're not talking about slapping up big teams. No one's saying that. All I'm saying is that Arsenal are definitely there for the taking today, and there's an opportunity for us to get a very positive result. You know, there's an opportunity for us to get a positive result today because Arsenal are there to be got at. There's no doubt about it. I'm taking a draw. We have no chance to challenge those set pieces. It's going to be very tough. Let's see if we can bury our chances, though. Look, would I take a draw? Look, would I take a draw? Yeah, I probably would take a draw. I think it's really important that we don't lose this game. But yeah, would I take a draw? Yes, I would, if we're being totally honest. Nah, Rice will play today. We've seen the script so many times. Rice will play today, and then Monday he'll pull out the England squad. You know, and I think Cole Palmer probably do the same. I mean, look, it's 10 games in. Forest have had a very, very good start. The big question is, can they maintain it? That is the big thing. I mean, if Forest were to beat Newcastle today as well, by the way, then, you know, you would have to start taking them a little bit more seriously. You would. You know, there's no denying it. You would have to start taking them a bit more seriously. But I don't know. I just, you know, every week that goes by, though, you do have to take Forest a bit more seriously. You know, is this a flash in the pan, or is this just, you know, a big purple patch of form for them? They're very well drilled. They defend very well. They're good going forward. They score goals. Chris Wood's in exceptional form. You know, the Hudson-Odois, Alangas, Gibbs-Whites, they're all playing well. So look, Forest are absolutely serious, and Forest are, you know, a very well drilled outfit. But it's one thing, you know, having a good start to the season and having 10 good games. Can you sustain that for a 38-game period? And I think, if I was being totally honest, I think Forest will finish somewhere between 8th and 12th. You know, if we're being real. Someone in our chat's already joked, but sorry about it. Militao got another ACL. Yeah, no, he did get another ACL. I mean, look, Madrid will probably go and sign someone like Laporte. They could even look to sign Sergio Ramos on a free transfer. I don't know. All I'm saying is you guys said, yeah, we are. There's no expectation for you guys to win versus Arsenal. No, no one's. I don't think many people are expecting us to win, but we can't just hide behind this is a young team. We've played some good football this season, and we need to show that we mean business. We have to turn up and put in a statement performance, and there'd be no better time than today to get that statement performance in, guys. Get the statement performance in. That is what we need to do. That is what we must do, in my opinion. Chelsea will not win this. Or let's hope you're wrong, bro. If you see the table, there's 4 points gap between 3rd and 12th. We need to be careful about the top 4 race. Look, the table is very tight. There's no doubt about it. You do make a good point. Let me just bring the table up now, because you are right, brother. The table is tight. The table's tight. Let's bring this up on the screen now, because 1 or 2 defeats, and you could see yourself tumbling down that table. So this is the table. This is the table right now. Everyone can see that, all right? Yep, perfect. So look, Chelsea's sitting 5th right now after Brighton's win yesterday. So a win for us would put us on to 19. Would put us to 21 points. Now, depending on if Nottingham Forest, basically, if Forest don't win, then we will go 3rd with a win. But if Forest get a point, then we move back into the top 4. It's very, very close. You look at us in 18, right? So if we were to lose today, Arsenal go above us. We'd be level on points with Fulham. We'd be level on points with Villa. And if Spurs win, Spurs have got Ipswich. So we'd drop behind Spurs, and we'd only be, look, this is all very, very tight here, guys. So, 1 or 2 defeats can see you drop down quite considerably. And, that's not a position that we want to be in. What is your must next season if we get top 4? We got to be winning trophies, a trophy of any description. A trophy of any description today, this season, sorry, needs to happen. But, a trophy of any description would be ideal. That's what we need next season if we get top 4. But yeah, look, I'm happy with how things have started. We're in good form. It's 1 loss in our last 5 Premier League games, and that was the loss at Anfield. But yeah, the table's close. The table is tight. Lose today, and we're 3 points ahead of Bournemouth, who are 11th. So yes, we've made good progression from this time last year. We've got more points on the board, absolutely. But there is a concern that, there are concerns, no doubt. I think it's unfair to say we're not beating a decent team. We beat Brighton 4-2. They are a good side. We beat Brighton 4-2. Obviously we didn't beat Forest, but we've beaten, we've won some decent away games. We've gone away to Bournemouth and won. Arsenal and Man City couldn't do that. We won away at West Ham. I know West Ham are crap, but we've struggled to win there in the past. And look, you can't help what fixtures you're given. So, it's tricky, isn't it? It is tricky. But I wouldn't call us flat track bullies. But if we start getting a reputation of not picking up points in big games, then you will start to get that sort of reputation, which is one that we don't want. Our form has been a lot better this season than the last 2 seasons. Yeah, it has. We've started this season much, much better. I think we're 7 or 8 points better off after 10 games this season than we were last season. So that in itself is a positive. By next season, all teams participating in the Club World Cup won't have healthy players. Yeah, look, the Club World Cup mental next summer. We're going to be. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say about the Club World Cup next summer, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll worry about that when we get to it. Guys, we're on 35 likes, 60 people in the building. The numbers are slowly creeping up. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Let's get this to 50 likes minimum. It should be more. But let's aim for that 50 likes mark. We're 15 away. Let's get to work, guys. If Sanchez makes a mistake today, we have to be dropped for the next game against Leicester. Well, he won't be, but yes, I agree. I can't find the right word for it, but is this the most challenging league in recent years? It certainly feels like that way. You know, the competitiveness in the Premier League seems to have gone up a level on the early basis of this season. You know, you've got teams like Fulham who are doing very well, Villa, Spurs, even Brentford aren't doing that bad. I mean, look, Brentford are what? 3 points off fourth place. Brentford are 3 points off the top four in 10th, by the way. Bournemouth are 4 points off the top four. You know, there is a lot of strength in depth in the Premier League, and there's a lot of very good sides. And when people say it like there's no easy games in the Premier League, it's not cliche. It's not cliche at all. There are no easy games in the Premier League. And, you know, we're finding that out this season. We're finding it out. From talking a year ago, we have done very well. Yeah, no, we have, but we need to move. We need to improve a lot more. I think next season we need to challenge for the title, bro. We got to take small steps. You know, we got to take small steps. We need to rein. We need to rein it in. We need to take small steps. Lose today, and you're 3 points ahead of United if they win. Yeah, and this is what I was saying before we went to Old Trafford last weekend. If we'd lost at Old Trafford, we'd have been 3 points ahead of United. And, you know, the narrative suddenly changes a lot. So, yeah, look, there's no doubt about it. Things are very close, and narratives can change very, very quickly. Narratives can change very quickly, guys. Yes, big up, brother. Certainly agree. It'll take us time for Chelsea to make a statement. No more playing well but ending up unlucky. Yeah, there's only so many times you can say we played well when you don't get a result. Because at the end of the day, it's completely irrelevant if you play well and you're not picking up the result. Completely irrelevant. Yes, big up. 6 a.m. That you must be what, America or somewhere in America, or maybe Far East or something. But yeah, big up. Newcastle 12th. They can also be on similar points to us today. Can they? Let me just scroll this table up slightly. Yeah, Newcastle 15. If Newcastle win today and we lose, then they're on the same points as us and they're 12th. So yeah, it's mental. It just goes to show you. And Newcastle have what? Newcastle are not in good form. Not in good form at all. 1 win in their last 6 Premier League games. So yeah, the table is very tight. Looking at the table, Chelsea must win today, no excuse. It's not a must-win game, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. You know, it's not a game that you want to lose. We've got Leicester away after the international break. We've got Leicester away, then it's Heidenheim away in the Conference League, then it's Aston Villa at home. Those are our first 3 games after the international break, and then it's Southampton away, Spurs away. So we've got a bit of a mixed run. We've got to start beating these so-called Big Six teams. Yeah, no, we absolutely do, bro. You know, it's not must-win in terms of finishing for the top 4, but it's a big game and a game that we need to win in terms of kind of shaking that narrative that we can't beat top sides and we don't turn up in big games. We're well overdue a win against a big side. Yeah, I think he probably will. Just got it, mate. I hope Maresca will play Cucurella. Yeah, absolutely agree. You know, Maresca is normally someone who, when he sees something's not working, he changes it. He changed it at halftime against United. Cucurella came on for Gusto. The Gusto right back, Reece James left back thing is not really working. So, in my opinion, there needs to be a change there. There needs to be a change there. But let's hope that we see Cucurella left back and James right back. But I've got a funny feeling we might just see the same thing. Look at City's fixtures. They got Spurs, Liverpool, Forest, Palace, and United. Yeah, but they can easily win all those games. They could. Yes, America. Big up to all the fans in America. Yeah, Raheem Sterling. You know, he won't be playing today because of the loan rules, but not that it would make much difference anyway. Not that it would make much difference anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we need to put Cucurella on the left instead of Reece. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Look, it's not a must-win in terms of finishing in the top 4 because it would be 11 games into the season. So it's not must-win in terms of our aspirations of finishing in the top 4. Absolutely not. I don't think any game is must-win after 10 games in the season. It's must not lose for Arsenal because if Arsenal lose, they're out of the title race. But for Chelsea, if we lose, as disappointing as it will be and as poor as it would be and questions would need to be asked, that a loss today for us doesn't damage our hopes of finishing in the top 4. A loss today and we are still very much on track to qualify for the Champions League. You know, that's the situation that we find ourselves in right now. I disagree. If Palmer's not fit, he's got a very good chance. And if Thursday night was an audition between him and Nkunku, I know they both scored 2 goals, but Felix had a better all-round game than Nkunku. Chelsea's the only team in the Premier League not to face a newly promoted side. I think our fixtures will be favourable after international break. Yeah, we've got Leicester and Southampton after the international break, both away. So a bit more favourable. Only Chelsea and Liverpool beat Bournemouth and Brighton this season. Yeah, exactly. People are saying, oh, it's only Bournemouth, it's only Brighton. Well, Arsenal haven't beaten Brighton. Man City didn't beat Brighton. Man United didn't beat Brighton. Forest didn't beat Brighton. So do you know what I'm saying? No, I don't care about Sterling. This is a must-win for Arsenal. They lose, their PL title is pretty much over. Yeah, look, if Arsenal get a point, I think the PL title's over for them, to be perfectly honest. I agree with this. It's a must not lose rather than a must win. I think we need to make sure that we don't. If we can't win this game, then absolutely make sure you don't lose. That's the key. Make sure you do not lose. If you're not going to win, make sure you don't lose. Felix might start instead of Cole. Yeah, look, there's absolutely that possibility, guys. Absolutely. There is that possibility for sure. No doubt about it. It's a must win because you haven't beaten a big 6 side this season, and teams behind can go ahead of you and close the gap on you. No, it's not a must win game for us. You know, I understand what you're talking about, how it's a must win game. The expectation for Chelsea this season is to finish in the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League. If we don't win this game, that doesn't mean that we can't finish in the top 4. So you saying it's a must win is nonsense. It's not a must win in terms of our aspirations for this season. You know, if you're talking about not being able to beat a big 6 side in a while, then yeah, I agree with you in that regard. If we don't win, then that narrative will continue. But it's not in terms of us achieving our goals this season, which is to qualify for the Champions League. This is not a must win game in terms of us qualifying for the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. I want us to win today. I'm expecting us to turn up, and I'm expecting us to deliver a performance that gets us to 3 points. But in terms of it's a must win for us this season, it's not a must win for us if we're to achieve our goals. It's not a must win to achieve our goals. Honest score predictions. I think we're going to win 2-1, but I also equally I wouldn't rule out a 2-2 draw. Wouldn't rule out a 2-2 draw. No, but we went to the Amex last season and we beat them. Arsenal also played Brighton at home. Yes. Don't exclude Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia together. Yeah, no, I said that earlier. I don't know if you were in earlier, brother, but I said that earlier. If Palmer's not fit, don't rule out the 3-man midfield coming back. Don't rule it out if Palmer's not fit. And I wonder, potentially, and I'm not saying this is true, I've got no evidence to back this up whatsoever, but I'm wondering whether Enzo coming off at half-time was to rest him for the weekend because Maresca knows that Palmer isn't going to be able to start this game, or he's not going to be able to play the full 90 minutes. I think there's an opportunity for us I think there's a chance, potentially, if Palmer's not able to start, that instead of putting in Nkunku or Felix in, I think he could go with Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia. That's my thoughts on the situation. Calculus is different for top 4, break even on the top 6 teams and beat up the bad teams. Yeah, no, it is. You know, if you're going for the title, then absolutely, this probably is a must-win game. But Chelsea aren't going for the title, so yeah. You know, that's what we're talking about here. Chelsea are not going for the title, so it's not a must-win game. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I don't agree that this is a must-win game for Chelsea, but if other people do think that, then that's fine. Yes, brother, I'll be at Stamford Bridge today. Match day vlog will be dropping after the game. Hopefully, a successful one. But yeah. Yeah, no one's denying that the record against the big sides is not good for Chelsea in recent years. No one's No one's trying to say that. No one's trying to say that at all. Guys, 5 more likes, by the way, for 50. There's 75 in the building. Big up to everyone that is locked in. So make sure you are smashing that like button. We're 5 likes from 50. We can get this to 60, maybe even 70 likes, people. So let's get to work. Run it up, guys. I want us to probably turn up and compete and see what happens. Yeah, look, do you know what, right? If we turn up, we compete, we play our best, but we lose out to a moment of magic, or we get outplayed by the better team, then do you know what? You hold your hands up and you say, we gave it our best, we performed well, the other team were better than us. And sometimes, that's how football goes. It's okay to admit the other team was better than you. If you've given it your best and the other team was better than you, you have to hold your hands up and accept it. Simple as that. Look, top is not done on beating 3 teams above you. Yeah, exactly. Our results against City, Liverpool, Arsenal, etc., aren't going to define whether we finish in the top 4. They're not. Obviously, that if we can get results against those kind of teams, yes, it will absolutely help. But it's not going to define. It's not top 4 defining our results against Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. It simply isn't. Top 4 will be decided about, can we beat teams like Fulham, Spurs, Villa, Brentford, Bournemouth, Newcastle. Those are the teams that we need to be beating to finish in the top 4. And that's going to define our season far more than our results against the likes of your Liverpools and your Cities and your Arsenals and whatnot. Yeah, look, Spurs or Villa at home, absolute must win. Absolute must win. No doubt about it whatsoever. No doubt about it whatsoever. It would be a must win, guys. We also have an easy month after the international break, so we can go on a run. I wouldn't say it was easy. We got what? Leicester away, Southampton away, Tottenham away, Villa at home. That's not an easy. I wouldn't say that was an easy run. It's easier than what we've just had, but I wouldn't say it was easy. And look, again, 5th spot could get Champions League, so top 5 might be enough for the Champions League, guys. Don't forget that United failed to man Mark Palmer for the winning goal. Yeah, absolutely. If we get a point, we'll be fine. No, bro, there's no standards on the floor. The standards are always the standards, but we're not in a position to reach the standards at the moment that we've set over the last 20 years. The next step for us is get back into the Champions League. And then once we've done that, we can start looking ahead of us. But until then, the next step for this Chelsea team is to get back into the Champions League this season, and win the Conference League. Those are the 2 big things for this season. And then once we've done that, we then focus and we look ahead to next season and challenging and those sorts of things. Nkunku needs to run of games. I'm still not convinced Jackson is part of your strongest team. Nah, bro, Jackson is absolutely part of the strongest team. He absolutely is. No doubt about that in my mind. Jackson for sure is part of the strongest team, no doubt. There's no point being deluded about it. I'm not going to sit here and say that, that we're some sort of unbelievable team and we're definitely going to do this and definitely going to do that. We're being realistic here. It's not about standards. It's about being realistic about where the team are at this point in time. And I think 4 months into Maresca's reign, we are probably ahead of where anyone expected us to be, certainly ahead of where Maresca expected us to be. So, look, we're on the right track. We're ahead of schedule, I think, in terms of 4 months in with Maresca. I think he even recently admitted himself that Chelsea are ahead of his expectations. So we're still very much a work in progress. We've had a good start to the season, but there's loads and loads of room for improvement. And the reason why today is so big is because it's an opportunity for us to make a statement. And we haven't made a statement yet. And that's what we're looking to do. We need to make a statement. Can't rely on 5th spot. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely can't rely on 5th spot. I fully agree with you on that one. What do I think about the fullbacks? I hope we play Cucurella and neither are. It'll be James. It should be James and Cucurella. But all 3 of them didn't play in midweek. So I'm wondering, I don't know what I'm wondering, to be perfectly honest right now. It should be Reece and Cucurella. Only one way to find out. We'll find out in a few hours. If we play Fernandes in midfield, we'll be punished. It depends. If we play him with Lavia and Caicedo, it might be a bit different. But yeah, I I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. Thoughts on Nkunku? Oh yeah, let's quickly cover that then. Let me quickly cover that, guys, because we spoke about it on Friday on the show about the Nkunku situation, but then obviously there was what do you call it? There was a bit of an update from Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg in regards to Nkunku's future. Nothing concrete right now, but a situation, as I said, to keep an eye on. And I think there's definitely one that it could be one to definitely look at in the summer. Definitely not January right now. Let me just get to a few more bits in the chat. It will most likely be Felix Lorenzo as the third midfielder if Palmer can't start. Look, yeah, if Nkunku gets overlooked for this game and Maresca goes with either Enzo or Felix, he'll be fuming. He absolutely will be fuming, and he'll have every right to be annoyed. He'll have every right to be annoyed about it. Every right possible to be pissed off about that, because let's be real, he should be playing as a number 10. He's not, because of Cole Palmer, and he's not been good enough to play instead of Jackson. Those are the realities. Those are the realities right now. It's as simple as that for me. Those are the realities right now. But yeah, this is something that we need to look at, guys. Something that we need to look at. But anyway, let's just quickly read this. Christopher Nkunku is currently not planning a transfer this winter. However, the 26-year-old situation at Chelsea is challenging. He's in top form and highly motivated, but despite scoring 10 goals this season, the French striker is not a regular starter. If Nkunku's situation does not improve by the summer, a departure from Chelsea could become a possibility. And I think, you have to look at that. Nkunku's back in the France setup. It's the World Cup at the end of next season. And if he's not playing regularly at Chelsea this season and we sign a striker, he's not going to play regularly next season. So he's got to think about his World Cup possibilities, and he's got to think about playing on a regular basis. Now, for me, if Chelsea go and sign a striker this summer, Nkunku's done. Nkunku's done at Chelsea, which is a mental thing to say. Mental thing to say for a player of his quality. But I'm not surprised that he might possibly be looking to leave for the situation that he's in. He is better than being a Thursday night Conference League player. We all know that he's better than that. But unfortunately, right now, he's not a wide player. Number 10 is Cole Palmer. And through the middle, which is not really his preferred position, but is where he's going to get most of his minutes, Nicholas Jackson is doing a far, far better job than him. And that is the reality of the situation, guys. Jackson is doing a much better job than Nkunku right now. Yeah, but brother, Nkunku's much easier to get rid of than Felix. We literally just signed Felix. Felix, unfortunately, isn't going to leave, is he? Felix is not going to leave. I'll be happy to sell Nkunku if we upgrade. I think it's Maresca doesn't see him as a 10 or striker. And Maresca even said the other day that, Nkunku's not a striker, but, he's having to use him there. He knows that's not his best position. He openly admitted that he's essentially misprofiling him. But unfortunately for Nkunku, the only way that he's going to fit in this team is by playing as a striker. He's not going to play as a 10 in this team. He's not going to stay in this team. But if he leaves, then yeah, it would be. But ultimately, that's the position that we will find ourselves in, guys. That is absolutely the position that we'll find ourselves in. And yeah, it feels pretty stupid, but that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And there's nothing we can do about it, because Felix is literally just signed last summer. Chelsea aren't going to sell him a year later. They just aren't. I mean, never say never, but I don't see that being the case. I really don't see that being the case. And look, will Nkunku's situation improve over the course of the season? We don't know that. We don't know that. But right now, I think, look, let's see when the games are coming thick and fast in the run up to Christmas and around Christmas, early January, let's wait and see how often he plays. Let's see how many starts he gets, and if he's still on the bench and not really starting, then that's going to be, that will be problematic. That absolutely will be problematic. And I think that, until then, we're just going to have to wait and see. Until then, we're going to need to wait and see. I don't know for certain what we're looking at here, but yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? It is a tough one. I think we can. I don't know. I think we can definitely. If we were to sign Victor Gyökeres this summer and it meant that Nkunku had to leave, regrettably, that's probably a trade-off you take. That's probably a trade-off you take. This squad is growing well together, and if we buy Gyökeres, this team will be a serious force. We need a goalkeeper as well. Depends who is Palmer fit. Yeah, we don't know if Palmer's fit for sure, but I think he will play some part. Whether he starts or not, I don't know for certain, but I think he'll be in the squad. Look, Rice will play, Havertz will play. It'll be Rice, Partey, and probably Odegaard. I would imagine, but Palmer, I suspect he'll play, but there's no official update on him. There's no official line on that from Chelsea, but I think he'll play. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Well, mate, I would absolutely take it. Absolutely take it. 100%. I put him with Nkunku money. We all sign. No, I'm not sure. I think Chelsea are serious about getting a striker. And let's hope that is the case. Let's hope we are serious. And we do go and get someone in the summer. Yeah, of course. We know this. We know this. Now Nkunku's 100% going. Broja, Chile, Kepa, Ugachukwu, Chukwuemeka, Petrovic, Disasi, Washington, and one of Felix or Mudryk. Some of those could be loan. Yeah, some will be loans. Let's wait and see what happens. But look, I do believe there's a real possibility that Nkunku could leave later this summer. A real possibility could leave in the next summer. Sorry. I absolutely believe that to be the case. I think there's a real chance he leaves. A real chance. Simply because he's not getting the minutes, and he's going to want minutes. World Cup coming up in 2026. He wants to be in the France squad, and he's better than being a Thursday night player. So the way that I'm looking at this is, if I'm Nkunku, keep working hard, keep doing what I'm doing, and from his perspective, he's probably thinking, Jesus, I hope maybe Jackson picks up a little bit of a knock or something and has to miss a game or two. And then that's my opportunity. I know it's weird. Like, football's a team game, but from an individual perspective, you're selfish as well. You're not wanting someone to get injured. You're wanting the team to win, but you're secretly hoping the guy in your position doesn't have a good game. That's how it works. That's how humans are wired. Yes, you want to win, and yes, you want the team to do well. But Nkunku would very much like Chelsea to win today, but Jackson probably not to have a very good game, because that's going to help improve his chances. And that's how this sort of thing works. That's how it works, guys. But I don't know how much money you'd get for Nkunku. He's going to be 27 next month. We paid 52 million for him. Would we get more than that? I don't know. I think you'd probably get between 45 and 50 mil for him. That would be my guess. 45 to 50 mil for him. But again, I could be wrong on that. I don't really know I don't know what prices we're looking at, but I would say 45 to 50. I think we could potentially get that money. Big up to everyone that's locked in, guys. We're 80 people in the building. We're creeping closer to the 100 mark. So, guys, make sure you're smashing that like button. We're 53 likes, 60 likes minimum, people. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Someone in the chat, let me know when we're on 60 likes, because we're on 83 now and we should be on 60 likes. So, guys, please smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to donate to the channel via the super chat, any amount, no matter how big or small, is greatly appreciated, guys. And yeah, just please smash the like button. That's all I'm asking for. Let's get this to 60. Dewsbury Hall as well. He's not even starting in the Conference League games. Yeah, that was mental the other night that Dewsbury Hall didn't even start against Noah. That was mad. I wasn't. I was not expecting that. I thought that he would have started. 100% thought he would have started. But you know what? Dewsbury Hall's a weird one. You know, I actually like Dewsbury Hall. I think he's a decent player. But why Chelsea signed him, I'm starting to not understand why we signed him. I have to be real, because he's not even getting in the squad. He's not even getting in the squad for Premier League games. You know, he's not starting Premier League games, fine, because you don't expect that. But the fact that he's not even getting in the squad for Premier League games sort of goes to show that, well, why did we sign this guy then? He's literally going to be playing on a Thursday night, you know, in the Conference League games, which are maybe once or twice a month. And then the rest of the time, he's not going to be playing, which is mental. Absolutely mental, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's weird. Between Caicedo and Fernandes and Lavia, between Caicedo, Fernandes and Caicedo and Lavia, which is better for Chelsea scoring goals? Look, it's tricky, right? Because the balance of the team. I was having this conversation the other day, right? And I think it's an interesting conversation to have, by the way. The balance, by the way, is much better when Caicedo and Lavia play. The balance in the midfield is better. We've got more defensive stability, and I think Lavia playing with Caicedo gets the best out of Caicedo. However, there's no denying that when Enzo doesn't play, there is less creativity in midfield, and Chelsea don't create as many chances when Enzo does not play, because they haven't got that player that gets on the ball in midfield and play those passes like Enzo does. So what we've done by playing Caicedo and Lavia for the better of the team in terms of balance and defensive stability, by playing those two, you are sacrificing creativity in your team. That's the trade-off. For better balance and better defensive stability, you're sacrificing a bit of creativity. That's why, you know, that number 10, that sort of space left in the left or right-sided 10, right, which Gusto, Cucurella were picking up against Man United. That's why those fullbacks are finding themselves so far up the pitch, because Enzo would normally pick those positions up, playing as a bit more of an advanced midfield player. But we're having to, as a result of not playing him, that creativity, therefore, for me, is having to come from a fullback finding himself in that 10 position to make up for the fact that Enzo's not playing. That's the reality of the situation of where we're at with that one. So yes, the team is better balanced. I absolutely agree on that, but there's more defensive stability. But the problem is that you're sacrificing creativity. That's the reality right now. So Lavia and Caicedo is Chelsea's best midfield in terms of balance and defensive stability. But in terms of creativity, when Enzo doesn't play, whatever people think of Enzo, Chelsea don't have anywhere near as much creativity when Enzo's not playing. So yeah, it's problematic, guys. It's problematic. No doubt about it. But yeah, what are we people saying? We signed him. I think we got. Where was that question up there? That was up there. What else we got coming in? In my opinion, 40 mil is a fair price. I don't know what his salary is. We paid £30 million to Dewsbury Hall. Yes, big up, bro. Today's a must-win. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. I think we got this depth because maybe they were expecting many more injuries. No, we got the depth because you need it to compete on multiple fronts. It's as simple as that. You know, you need depth to compete on multiple fronts. That is what you need, guys. Depth. You need the depth to compete on multiple fronts. Pure and simple, guys. Pure and simple. Multiple fronts. Get that depth, people. Get that depth on multiple fronts. That's what you need to compete. You've got to have a big squad with quality in multiple positions. You have to. We signed him because two of Cassidy, Leslie, or Chukwuemeka were supposed to be sold. I think Chelsea should play Caicedo, Lavia, and Fernandes. Look, there's a possibility. That's certainly an option. It's certainly an option, but it's not an option that Maresca has gone with so far. But it's an option that it's definitely an option we could potentially see. There's no denying that. That is an option that we could see, guys. We could see the option. We certainly could. But again, play all three, sacrifice Madueke, put Palmer right wing. Look, if Palmer's having a quiet game, by the way, I do want to see different solutions. Put him to the right, playing Nkunku as a 10. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got to find different solutions to get him involved in the game. It's as simple as that, as far as I'm concerned. It's as simple as that as far as I'm concerned, guys. We say it doesn't work. We've tried it once. It didn't really work particularly well then. I'm not saying you'd see it on a regular basis, but what I am saying is that this can work, people. I think it can work on certain instances and certain occasions. Like I believe it can work. Certain occasions, certain instances, you can make it work for sure. You can make it work, guys. But yeah, I don't know what the answer is. To be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure what the answer is, but there's options, guys. You've got options. That's the thing. 100% agree, but then it will end up having situations like Nkunku wanting to probably leave. Yeah, that would be unfortunate. But I think there's definitely a big chance that Nkunku does leave this summer. I think we know that. Let's prepare ourselves for that. Let's accept that is probably what's going to happen, guys. That's probably what's going to happen. What do you think about the fullbacks? Yeah, look, it needs to be Cucurella and Reece James. Simple as that, With Chelsea going to the Club World Cup, do you think Chelsea will start late next season? No. I don't believe any. I don't think any of that's going to be happening. Levia Caicedo, Enzo, good problem to have. And Maresca is not afraid to do what he thinks. Yeah, exactly. I just need Chelsea to make sure there is space for Santos. No, Santos will be part of the team next season. If he continues playing well, like he is at Strasbourg right now, then yeah, Santos will be part of the team next season. Want to see more positive movement off the ball? Yeah, look, off the ball, we're still a work in progress. We do need to see some more movement from the attacking players. No doubt about that in my mind. No doubt about it. We need to see more. We need to see more movement. More movement in the attacking third, guys. More movement in the attacking third. But I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Having Palmer in the 10, can't put Enzo as well in the middle. I'm not saying you can't do that, but Enzo would need to be more disciplined. You wouldn't want him occupying the same spaces that Palmer's trying to occupy. Yeah, look, Enzo would need to be deeper. You'd almost want Caicedo as the sort of as your focal point in that midfield, and you'd have Enzo and Lavia playing a bit deeper. I think that could potentially work. Look, the three of them could work together. Excuse me. The three of them could work together, guys. Sure, but I don't think it's something you're going to see on a regular basis. I think it would be very much a horses for courses type situation. Horses for courses type situation. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, guys. But we've got options. Esteban and Pires are coming. Sterling and Nkunku, Madueke. No, look, Sterling's gone. We know Sterling's gone. Nkunku, if the situation doesn't improve, will leave. I think there's a likelihood that Nkunku will leave. I don't see Madueke being sold, if I'm being honest. Well, I don't know, mate. We're 20. There's 28 games of the season left. I'm not thinking about that in November. Let's calm ourselves down a little bit, guys. Let's calm ourselves down a little bit. What are we saying? What happened if we miss another season? We don't want Maresca overthinking anything. No, look, absolutely not. I think in some games recently, maybe the in-game management's not been as good. No doubt about it. I think there's certainly against Man United, I didn't think his in-game management in that game was particularly good, and there's certainly room for improvement on that front. But we're a young team. We're the only club in the Premier League this season who's not given a single minute to players over the age of 28, which is mental. We could lose most of our best players. Look, that'd be one downside, that if we, again, go another season without Champions League football, then players may want to leave. That's absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. 100%. 100% that's fair. I'll be happy to sell Nkunku for the upgrades. Yep. Keep it simple. Make proper tactical adjustments if it's not going our way. Look, it's easier said than done, but yeah, I obviously do agree with you. I do agree with you on that front, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, there's also a quick other thing. On the goalkeeping situation, by the way, because there was a little update about goalkeepers in general yesterday. Kepa's got a £5 million release clause, which is set to become active at the end of the season. So that's, we'll get £5 million for Kepa, hopefully, whether it's from Bournemouth or someone else. You'd like to think we'd get £5 million for him. Simple as that. Where are we? Let me just find this other stuff. So Kepa's got a £5 million release clause, but which becomes active next summer, which is expected to become active next summer, sorry. Let me have a quick look. Where are we? Where is it? And then we'll go through some Maresca quotes, guys. But let me just find this thing about goalkeepers, guys. Hold on. Oh man, it must be down here somewhere. But yeah, there's talk that Chelsea could still move for Leicester's Mads Hermansen in the future. That's not been fully ruled out, by the way. There's still possible that could happen. Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ, is it down here somewhere? Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, the goalkeeping situation. So Kepa's got a £5 million release clause, as I was saying. Chelsea have still got belief in Sanchez, which is irritating. But yeah, not much we can do about it. Here we go. This was what I was looking for. Let me just bring this up now, people. So this is from a Kieran Gill article. Kieran Gill's pretty good with Chelsea. I mean, I've not known much about him previously, but yeah, he's certainly been pretty good in recent times with Chelsea. And basically, he was saying yesterday that there are some individuals associated with Leicester who say Enzo Maresca wanted to bring Mads Hermansen with him to Chelsea. Chelsea were linked with a move with Hermansen in the summer. It didn't happen in the end, but you can understand why. You can understand why those links were there. You can 100% understand why those links were there. Nobody at Stamford Bridge, they claim it is still a deal which could be done. Nobody at Stamford Bridge is willing to back that up, nor whether there are any other names under consideration, with insiders insisting they are happily working with what they have. Well, of course they're going to have to insist that. They're not exactly going to publicly say that they're unhappy with what they're working with. So maybe that Mads Hermansen thing is one to keep an eye on. He obviously knows how Maresca plays. Maresca was the one who signed him for Leicester. So yeah, let's wait and see. Bit nervous about brother. Bit nervous is an understatement. Very nervous every time, all the time about Robert Sanchez. How can you not be nervous about this guy? You absolutely have to be nervous about him. You have to be nervous about him. He doesn't inspire any confidence in anyone. That's the reality. Chelsea is not losing its best players. You're not stuck with them. It just means you get a better money. Top four this year is going to be low points against Prem. Again, Prem top half is so tight. Yeah, look, top four could be low points this season. I don't know what the average amount of points for top four is, but yeah, absolutely, it could be a low amount of points, guys. We need a top class goalkeeper next summer. I agree on that. in Maresca era, we don't know how to beat big teams. That's his problem. He fears big teams. I don't think he fears big teams. No, I wouldn't say he fears big teams. I thought we went to Anfield and we controlled a lot of the game. At Man United, we were poor. Agreed. And then City first game of the season is a bit of a pass, if I'm being totally honest. So really, this season, the one big game we didn't turn up in was against Man United. The rest of them, I think we've actually done all right in. If we're being totally honest, for sure. What else? Well, yeah, exactly. They don't. How embarrassing would it be if no triggers that 5 million capital? It'll be pretty embarrassing, but I think someone will trigger that. Someone will trigger it. Guys, we're 7 likes away from 70 likes. Let's get this to 70 likes. We're 6 likes away now from 70 likes. Let's get this to 70 likes, guys. Please keep smashing that thumbs up button. It's free. It takes seconds, and it really, really helps me out, guys. So make sure you are smashing that thumbs up button, people. Let's do this. Let's do this. 5 to go, guys. Both our loans keepers. Look, Petrovic, I think, was Chelsea's best goalkeeper last season. Unfortunately, he was loaned out. But look, if we're being realistic, guys, all the money that we've spent on goalkeepers over the years, in recent times, let's be real, I don't really think any of them are good enough to do the job. Yep, absolutely. Oh, guys, there's lots coming in. I'll try and read as much as I can. That Muppet Sanchez cost us 2 points. He did. Yes, big up, brother. Phil Maresca is going to play Gusto at left back. Also, Sanchez is always 1 minute away from a disaster. He is. The boys need a lot of grace. Youngest team in the league and newly assembled. Look, we're doing well. We are doing well, but the reality is, guys, we can't keep using the excuse of youngest team in the Premier League every time we don't do well in a game. That's not going to wash. There's only so long you can keep saying that for. This is the route we've chosen to go down. We can't just keep trotting that excuse out. Yes, it's valid, but this is a route that we've chosen to go down. We can't just keep wheeling that excuse out, guys. In my opinion, we can't just keep trotting the excuse out. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting. Tell you what, if that Muppet Sanchez starts giving assists to Gusto, I'm going to do my nut. Yeah, let's hope he doesn't. But that's just a little update on the goalkeeping situation. I still think, despite the fact we signed so many goalkeepers recently, I still believe Chelsea are looking to do something with the goalkeeper situation next summer. And let's wait and see what happens, and let's see how it develops over the course of the season. It's very difficult to know how good Philip Jorgensen actually is because he's barely been tested in the games that he's played. I mean, he had a terrible game at Newcastle in the Cup, but other than that, he's played Conference League games against shit teams. So we don't really know. We don't really know how good this guy is. We still need one more centre back, in my opinion, a top quality centre back. No doubt. A top quality centre back is required. But yeah, look, I think we're 3 additions away from being a serious team. Top goalkeeper, top centre-back, and another striker. I think we're 3 additions away from being serious. We're close at the moment. We're 3 additions away, in my mind, from being a serious team. 3 additions away, people. 3 additions away. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Chalobah's coming back. Yeah, I still don't think Chelsea will keep Chalobah. If we're being perfectly honest, I don't think that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, guys. That is very much a possibility. Very much a possibility. Guys, we're 2 likes from 70. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Come on, people. I'll be cooking Sanchez who makes another mistake. It is what it is. I would love Kelleher as a goalkeeper. Yeah, Kelleher's very good, as is Ortega. Those are 2 keepers that are more than good enough to be number 1s. Are they title-winning goalkeepers as number 1s? I don't know, is the honest answer. But they are 2 good goalkeepers. Let's make that perfectly clear. They are absolutely 2 good goalkeepers. No doubt about it in my mind. 2 good goalkeepers. But whether they're good enough to do the job for Chelsea, I don't know. We need a top quality goalkeeper. Whether you go and splash the money on Diogo Costa, whether you go and spend that money on a Mike Mignan, you go and do something. You make a statement in a really important position. Look how important signing Alisson was for Liverpool. Look how important signing Van Dijk was for Liverpool. This is what I'm saying. If you get it right in those two important areas, it can be transformational to the fortunes of your team. It really can. That is massive. Absolutely massive, guys. Absolutely massive. So, let's be clear about that. Let's be absolutely clear about that. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens, people. Let's wait and see what happens. What are you lot saying here? We remind me of early Arteta years at Gooners. We're very similar. Let's see if we can actually win something, though. Yeah, look, we are a work in progress. There's no denying that, people. We're a work in progress, But at some point, we've got to start delivering. And today would be the perfect day to make a big, big statement. It would be the perfect day for us to make a big statement and show that we mean business. Show that we mean business. Show that we're standing on business. This is what we do. We turn up, we put a performance in, and we end Arsenal's title hopes. Liverpool playing very well at the moment. There's no doubt about it. Look, a couple of contentious decisions went their way yesterday. No denying that. Absolutely, a couple of contentious decisions went their way. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is, people. What else? No, there's no official information on Cole Palmer. No. I suspect he will be involved in some degree, but there's no official what do you call it? Update from Chelsea. We're just going to find out when a team news drops at 3:15. We will find out, guys. 3:15. We will know whether Cole Palmer is going to be participating for Chelsea. We might know a little bit earlier. I don't know, but I suspect. Yeah, that's mental, by the way. But I think Alisson could leave this summer. Alisson or Kelleher will leave this. One of them two will leave this summer, unless they decide to loan Mamadashvili out for another season. Which, look, there's a possibility for that. Sure, there is a possibility for that. They could look to loan Mamadashvili out for another season, but I suspect one of Alisson or Kelleher is leaving this summer. One of them's leaving this summer. Let's make that perfectly clear, guys. Let's make that perfectly clear. One of them is leaving this summer in that one. But yeah, let's have a look. No, he's not been great this season. Mamadashvili, is someone we were linked with in the past. For me, Diogo Costa is probably the one that you need to go and get. Diogo Costa is the one you need to go and get, in my mind. Are we going to go and do that? I've got absolutely no idea. I suspect we probably won't, but let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens, guys. Let's wait and see what happens. I just wanted to round out, people. I just wanted to bring up a few Maresca quotes, speaking about the future, speaking about Chelsea. He's had some interesting things to say. So let's just find those quotes. This is one of them here. And I think what he says is true. It's very, very exciting, to be honest. The first time I met the club, it was the first thing I said to them. I said, it doesn't matter if I'm going to be a manager or not, but for the next 5-10 years, because of the squad and because of the age, for me, you're going to dominate English football. Now, again, that's easier said than done, but you look at what we're doing, and it's absolutely true that we are in a position to be very successful for a number of years. But now we need to make sure that we sign a few more pieces of the puzzle. We need to sign a few more pieces of the puzzle. And we also need to make sure that that those players are continuing to develop as well. That's the most important thing. Continue to develop the players we've got and add the key pieces to the puzzle. That's what we need to do, guys. That is exactly what we need to do. Keep working hard, keep developing the players we've got, add the pieces to the puzzle. And look, I think, as I said earlier, we're 2 or 3 players away in key positions from being a serious outfit. We really are. We really are. So that was his first comments, which I thought were pretty good. And then what else is he saying about the squad? Where are we? The nice thing is that when I joined the club, I imagine the team playing in one way, and I can see that it's already playing that way, thinking that we can do many, many things better. Yeah, that's a good position for us to be in. In terms of the process time, I always say the same. It's not something you can say in 6 months, in 1 year. It's complicated. So it's something that, especially at the beginning, it'll be up and down, but no doubt that working every day, it's something that you can get better and better. This is what people need to understand. It is going to be up and down, guys. It's going to be up and down. Palmer available, we don't know. There's been no official confirmation. I suspect he probably will play, but there's been no official confirmation, guys. There's been no official confirmation from Chelsea on that one. So yeah, we'll find out in a few hours, guys. In about 3 hours and 15 minutes, the team news will drop. But yeah, no problem, brother. No problem. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. And then let's just get these last Maresca quotes. Working day by day with this squad is a nice feeling. I really thought in the past, and I really think now that for me, this squad is very good. So it's nice to work with all of them day by day. The squad is very good. There's no denying it. Yeah, we're missing a few pieces, but the squad's good, guys. The squad is good. We've seen how good the squad is. We know this squad is good. So yeah, now it's about delivering. It's about delivering. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens, people. Yeah, look, I agree with that. So the recruitment in general, I think, has been pretty good. But you are absolutely right. In key positions, the recruitment's been dog shit. The recruitment's been shit in key positions, guys. We have to accept that. We have to accept it's been poor, guys. 2 likes from 80 likes, by the way. Let's keep it going, people. 2 likes away from 80. Make sure you are smashing that like button, guys. Run it up, run it up, run it up. We're 2 likes away from 80, so that would be greatly appreciated. And please do subscribe if you are new round here as well. So yeah, let's do that, guys. Please make sure you do that. But yeah, look. What else are we saying here? What else are we saying, guys? I'm going to go for another sort of 7 minutes. We'll take it up to the 90-minute mark. Why not? Hour and a half, little preview for the game. Why not? Why not? So yeah, we'll go for another sort of 7 minutes. Guys, what are your thoughts? Any questions about anything in the chat? Please do let me know. Get your score predictions in, actually, people. Guys, get your score predictions in. Arsenal could lose 3 games in a row on the road without scoring for the first time since August 1994. Well, we know what's going to happen. We'll gift them a goal. I'm sure that's bound to happen. But yeah, what are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Get your score predictions in the chat. I want to hear how you guys are feeling. Honest score predictions in the chat as well, by the way, people. What are we saying? Are we back in a win, draw, loss? What are you guys saying? What are you lot saying, people? Please do let me know, guys. Please do let me know what you lot are saying. It'll be interesting to know. But yeah, look, I'm confident for this game. I'm quietly optimistic, quietly confident. But we need to make, for me, the goalkeeper. Like, the goalkeeper is more. If it's a goalkeeper or a centre back, you must sign a goalkeeper. If it's the choice between one of them, it's a goalkeeper for me all day. 2-0 Chelsea. This is very hopeful. I hear you, brother. 3-1 Chelsea. Yeah, let's hope so, guys. Let's hope so. But Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. 2-1 Chelsea. I don't trust the defence. No, I don't trust the defence to keep a clean sheet either, particularly if we give away quite a lot of set pieces. So let's make sure that we don't do that. Let's make sure we don't do that. But what else are we saying? What else are we saying? I mean, it's a big afternoon. There's no escaping that. A big, big afternoon. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. We've scored in every Premier League game since the opening day. Let's make sure that continues. Bring me a goalkeeper and centre back in the summer, or one in January, one in summer, and also a striker. Yeah, striker, centre back, goalkeeper. I think those are the 3 key areas, guys. 3 key areas, no doubt about it. 3 key areas for us. I think 2-2. Jeff, I could absolutely see that, brother. I could absolutely see it. Head says 2-1, heart says 2-2. No charity FC. Yep, I agree on that. Let's make sure we're doing the business, guys. Let's make sure we are doing the business. We need to be standing on business. We need to stand up and deliver. That's what we've got to do. That is what we must do. We must. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be perfectly honest. Unsure at the moment. So yeah. We were heading into this confident. Arsenal probably heading into this with their heads down a little bit. But let's wait and see. I think we have a better football game than the United one. I back us to win it 2-1. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Are there any other bits and pieces coming in to cover? Look, you want to feel confident with the way that Arsenal are playing, but then you know what we're like against teams that aren't doing particularly well, and you know what our recent record against Arsenal is like, and you know there's several things that we know, guys. So, this is tough, isn't it? This is tough. I want to back us to win. I will back us to win, but at the same time, you wouldn't put it past this Chelsea team not turning up, and you wouldn't put it past us losing either. You know, all 3 results of, I know it's obvious they're all very possible, but, you know, in some game, like this game, it really is open. It really is open. You just don't know what you're going to get in this game. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, it's João Felix's 25th birthday today as well, by the way. So maybe a birthday present, he might do something. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this one, guys. Very, very much looking forward to it. Should be a cracking atmosphere. Let's hope for a good game. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care if it's a shit game as long as we win. That for me is the most important thing. Win, win, win. Just do that. Just do that, people. Just win. Yeah, this is what I've been saying. You know, Arsenal have been bad lately, and they're not doing well at all. But them not doing well, they're still on the same points as us doing well. So we've got to, you know, be clear, people, that Arsenal are still a good team. They still pose a threat, but they are there for the taking. But then we also, on the flip side, have to accept that they're not going to carry on playing shit forever. So this might be the game that they turn up and start to find some form again. So yeah, it's going to be tricky, isn't it? It's going to be tricky, people. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to go with, guys. I don't know what we're going to go with, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. We must believe. Yes, we must believe. I'm believing. I've got the faith. So yeah, that's all we can do now. Have faith, faith, faith. We must believe, guys. We must believe. So yeah, have that belief, confidence. Bro, my prediction is 2-1 Chelsea win. But yeah, let's hope so. I would take a win no matter what. Yep, it would be even better. If it's an unfair refereeing decision, it would be even better. But guys, I am going to round this one out now. I'm going to get myself ready, have some lunch, head down to the ground, all that good stuff. People, thank you so much for tuning in. Love for all the support as always. Please do smash that like button on the way out. Let's get this to 90 likes on the way out. We're on 81 right now. Let's get another 9 likes on our way out, guys. Okay, so please smash that like button on the way out. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well. I'd really appreciate that. And people, stay tuned for the matchday vlog dropping after the game. And I'll be back later on as well with a match reaction. It will be live or pre-recorded, but there'll be a vlog and match reaction coming as well later today. So plenty of content on the channel, guys. So make sure you're smashing that like button. 5 more likes on the way out and we hit 90. So run it up, run it up. Guys, wherever you're watching from around the world, enjoy the game today. Enjoy your Sunday. Big love for all the support. Big up to all the Chelsea fans as always. All your support is greatly appreciated. Let's hope we're back later on with some positive reaction and we're all in a good mood. But yeah, as always, guys, up the Chelsea, smash the like, subscribe, and I am out of here. Catch you lot later.